Zulu King Goodwill Zwelithini has died. The news coming in earlier. He had been in hospital receiving medical care for high glucose levels. The King passed away in the early hours of this morning. Let's talk more about it now with Professor Sihawukele Ngubane. He's from the Royal Household Trust. Professor, a very good morning to you. Our condolences to you and the family as well. How is the family holding up, if you've managed to contact them this morning?
I think we are all deeply saddened by the passing of His Majesty, the King of the Zulu Nation. I managed to speak to one of his brothers this morning, and I think the situation is unexplainable. I can't even explain it, how sad we are and how shocked we are because we felt that since he's been in the hospital for some time now, he will soon be better, but we are shocked by the incidents of his passing.
What can you tell us about just his condition towards the end, Professor, and what exactly led to his death? We understand that the family was giving us a bit of limited information over the past couple of weeks as well, but what can you confirm for us this morning?
In fact, I'm not in a good position to confirm anything because this is a family matter. It is a family affair. And Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi is the spokesperson of the royal person at the moment. And he's just made a statement informing the nation that the king has passed on. But what I gathered was that he's been in the hospital for almost a month now, as we all know that he had a problem with the balancing of his glucose and blood levels. So we thought that he will recover, but unfortunately there was a turn in his condition that led to him passing on in the early hours of the morning, which was around 4 a.m. this morning.
All right. Professor, it might be too early to be asking you this question, but what happens now in terms of a farewell for the king, in terms of funeral arrangements? I would imagine that would have been put in place already in case of this happening.
Yeah, in fact, Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi will be making an announcement around 10 o'clock this morning. And after that announcement, we will have the directive of what will happen next. As far as that is concerned for now, we're not too sure what will happen from now onward, because it came as a shock, like any death happened untimely.
And in terms of the impact on the royal family and the succession plan as well, Professor, I would imagine that also is something that would have to have been put in place in the event of this happening, of this tragedy. So what happens now in terms of who makes decisions after the king's passing as of this very moment?
As I said earlier, this is a family affair, and it is the family that take the decision. Since His Majesty was the head of the family, of the royal family, I think there are arrangements in place that will start after this has happened, because traditionally the public is not informed of the passing of the king. It is kept as a secret, but as you may know that we live in a different times now of social media, it's already out. But traditionally, the announcement is not made until the new king has been announced. So if it was in the past, we would not have heard of his passing, but we would be told of the new successor to the throne of the Zulu nation, which is going to happen soon.
Can you give us a better idea, Prof, as when you say soon, how long traditionally does this process actually take, the process of naming a successor?
Traditionally, there must not be a vacuum. So that is why when a king passes on, it is not announced, so that they make arrangements of who is taking over. Then it depends on how ready they are as you know, that this always comes as a shock. But for them not announcing the passing on of the king, it gives them and allow them opportunity to make those arrangements, so that when they announce the new king, they have already taken the decision. So it might be soon, because there must not be a vacuum.
All right. And are you able to tell us, though, in terms of a successor, who that person might be?
No, I'm not in a position to speculate that.
All right. Thanks very much for that, Professor Sihawukele Ngubane. He is a member of the Royal Household Trust Board, and he looks after, or the board looking after, the King's family affairs. Very little he can tell us at the moment, understandably so. There's lots that has to be done before a formal announcement is made.